Where do the clouds go, baby? I don't know. Maybe they'll be back tomorrow, we won't know. How many times do I...
Hi, welcome to this week's video. Today I'm showing you how to make this top, and I actually made this out of a pillowcase. So last week it was curtains, this week it's a pillowcase. I am in a public park right now. For some reason I love filming videos in public parks. I've just found this nice little place to just settle down, but it is by quite a busy area just beyond the trees where lots of people are playing, enjoying the sun of today. So that's the background noise you can hear. So I decided to make this top. It is sweetheart neckline. It's got puff sleeve. I completely winged this top. I kind of just got these pillowcases and decided to cut them up and turn them into clothes. That's kind of like, it was originally going to be a square neckline, but I ended up doing that to it. It's also tied at the back, which I think is really lovely, which was actually a lot easier to put in as opposed to like a zip.
I know you.
So I have my fabrics and I'm going to be measuring out. Again, I'm going to be winging this. I'm not sure how it will turn out, but hopefully it turns out cute. The fabric I'm using this time around is some pillowcases. I can use this as the hem, so I don't need to worry about that. The first thing I did was cut out my front piece. I started off by measuring the width, but then I kind of got lazy and just wrapped the fabric around myself and hoped for the best, but it actually worked out quite nicely. So then I went ahead and measured the length of the front piece and cut out essentially a rectangle. I decided to add 2 darts just so the top would be more form-fitting and flattering. My darts were about 1 inch each and I did one on either side of the front piece. I think I did them a bit too close together. It didn't really impact the overall look of the top. Then I just hemmed the front piece and moved on to the back pieces.
You, like you know me, you know that I know you. I know you, like you know me, you know that I know you. Like you.
I might double up the fabric because I want the back to be like tieable. For the back pieces, I cut out these 4 triangles, and as you can see on the diagram, they should match up with the front piece. The length should be long enough to tie it around your back. You can see me holding it up against myself and making adjustments as I saw fit.
Sleep, I see you in my dreams, beauty so free. You're all I'll ever need. How can I explain the way you make me feel?
So I cut out 4 of these because I decided to double up the fabric as the top was going to be tied at the back. And don't forget to add a seam allowance as well. Then you're going to get 2 of the back pieces right sides together and sew all the way around them, making sure you leave a small gap so you can flip it inside out.
You know that I know you. I know you. Like you know me, you know that I know you. I know you. Like you know me, you know that I know you.
Then you're going to repeat this with the other 2 triangle pieces, and that should make your 2 back pieces. Then I just lined them up to my front piece and made any adjustments to make sure they lined up. Then I sewed the 2 back pieces on either side of that front piece and tried it on. Now moving on to the sleeves, I just followed a regular sleeve pattern, but if I could do this again, I would make the sleeve a lot wider, that way you would have more puff. Once I cut out the sleeve pieces, I just folded over and sewed all the way around the sleeve, leaving enough space for an elastic.
You're beautiful too.
Then I threaded an elastic through.
Early in the morning, you're beautiful too.
After that, I sewed the sleeve closed and hemmed it.
Counting the grains of sand upon the beach. Somehow that number is always out of reach. How can I tell you the way you make me feel?
Then I added another elastic near the hem, which stretched out comfortably around my non-existent bicep. I then repeated all these steps with the other sleeve and sewed them onto the top. Then I decided to scrunch up the neckline, and I quite literally just scrunched up and sewed it into place, and that's how I did that. And that's it, you're done.
I know you, like you know me, you know that I know you. I know you, like you know me, you know that I know you.
she can run or whatever.